Hey, this is Marcus Washington, MTC Media. Terence Crawford defeats Canelo Alvarez. Official scorecards was 116, 112, 115, 113, 115, 113, all for Crawford. I had scored the fight 116, 112. And if you listen to my prediction, my keys and everything, I had Crawford winning by split decision. I thought that Canelo, it was almost like Marvin Hagler. I just felt like Canelo fought the wrong fight. This was the fight where old Canelo probably needed to come out. The Canelo that mixed the power shots with the boxing. The Canelo that showed you that he was a technical fighter and would throw the jabs and everything else to set up stuff and really break down his opponent. That didn't happen tonight. Now, maybe he doesn't have it left in his tank, but tonight he fought Crawford like he fought everyone else. And the problem with that is that when Crawford got inside, there was no fear. Crawford was beating him to the punch with his speed. Crawford was throwing in twos and threes, where most of the night Canelo threw ones. And at this point, Canelo's career is just hard to win that way. And I know he had been fighting his last few fights coming forward, wanting to be a knockout guy, so on and so forth. But when he has fought guys like Bivol, that's why he has struggled, is because those guys would use their technical skills to be able to win the fight, and they were able to absorb his power punches. Terence Crawford didn't go anywhere, even though there was no rehydration in this. Crawford didn't go anywhere inside. Sometimes I felt like Crawford needlessly fought inside, but he was constantly beating Canelo to the punch. And by winning those early rounds, I thought it was so crucial for him to win the early rounds. Now, I know the one scorecard of the guy working for Netflix, I didn't get his name. He had Crawford winning the first 4 rounds. After 5 rounds, I had it 3-2. And I thought that's where the fight changed. Because round 6, the way Crawford came out and reestablished himself set the tone for the rest of the fight. And for those who said that Crawford would wear down on the back half, guys like Chris Mannix, who said, because of the extra weight and all this sort of stuff, see what he does 7-12, because that's when Canelo would be able to impose his will. I honestly thought that Canelo thought that was the avenue to win this fight, and he couldn't impose his will because Crawford didn't go anywhere. Crawford was prepared. I thought that Canelo did cut off the ring well enough, especially early. He definitely did. But again, as we saw in quite a few rounds, long time ago when he fought Mayweather, there was times where he just didn't throw enough. Canelo just didn't throw enough, even though his guy was right in front of him. And again, this comes back to the jab and being technical. Now, I'm sure there was a certain fear of being countered, not the fear that a counter would hurt him, but a counter would make him lose a round. But the truth of the matter is that Crawford was the one who had the perfect combination of when to lead, when to counter, when to lead, when to counter. And I thought that was something that Canelo would really put in full effect tonight, and he didn't. If he could not flat out just win the round by just being a bully, he just didn't win the round. Those wide punches, I thought that early on he went to the body very, very well. Then he quit going to the body. I don't know if he was pressing because he thought that Crawford was ahead, or he felt like the fight was slipping away from him. But I felt like he still needed to go to the body. And I was completely wrong about Crawford, because I thought that Crawford would have needed to go to the body a lot more tonight, and he didn't. Frankly, because he was able to have a defensive scheme tonight where not too many of Canelo's punches, the power punches, landed clean. Like, I thought the cleanest shots that Canelo landed really was to the body. But to the head, he did land a few, but not nearly enough. Those other ones were generally slightly blocked. And to tell you just how Crawford was, there was times in the second half of that fight, Canelo would land a nice shot. Crawford would go nowhere and deal out three right back. Like, almost immediately deal out 3 right back. And at that point, it's like, yeah, man, unless these scorecards are squirrely, Crawford looked like he was in control of the fight. So again, I had did Crawford by split decision. He ends up winning by unanimous decision. I thought it was a great fight. I thought he imposed his will on Canelo for the majority of this fight. And Canelo, whether it's because of age, whether it's because of frustration, whether it's because of Crawford's greatness, whether it's a combination of two of them or three of them, whatever, I thought that Canelo had no answers tonight. And that's kudos to Bud Crawford. This is Marcus Washington, TC Media.